We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. We're set for football. And off we go on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 21-yard line.
Allen. Pass complete down to Harrison. So the completion good for 7 there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Allen going to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Cardinals first down.
Here's Allen to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Thomas has got it, complete. To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
60 average, 60, come on, ready.
Now it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cards are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on the first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Allen going to run with it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And his throw will be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Set, Rick. Here we go. Set.
Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Brian Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Empty move. And he won't quite make it to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
And Allen going to be intercepted. intercepted for the third time. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Back all 80. 60 Bobcat. 60.
Jackson. Thomas brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Go.
Taylor. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Off 52.
Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
For the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
18, ready.
They'll send Rice in motion. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jackson going to keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Browning able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll get fouled out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Allen. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Takedown, 27 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Cardinals 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Jackson. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Breaks through the contact. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. Allen going to run with it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Highsmith. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Here's Thomas. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
On the ready. 69, Rick. 69. Here we go. Shot. 65. Shot 50. Go.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and gets up the...
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Jackson now. Looking left side and completing it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Harmon just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Taking a shot for Dell here. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Take Dell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Cardinals 14.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Jackson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing is Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, press all 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Cougar 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding his target. It's Trey McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away and down. Goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To the air, Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Thornton, 42 yards. And the Cards get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Cardinals 21.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Got his man. It's Warren. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Traffic. Bronco 80. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Jackson. That's to Warren. He's tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. And it's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Complete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Muscle up, we up the plyometric. Ran up by the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here now, 2nd and 4.
56, 50, round 80. Alert, alert, alert.
Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field, get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Come on. Hey.
Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open,
puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Buffalo 18!
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never known an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Jackson. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, what a move. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
70, steady.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady, ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back out into the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And this time he is in. Touchdown, Steelers.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field.
And oh, it's blocked. The Cardinals pick it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's a second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive and at the line. 4th quarter, just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here in this drive does very little at this stage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals, 1st down.
Now Allen. That is caught by Dell. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Working downfield, he's got Thornton. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
4 yards. That's another Cardinals.
And again, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Allen. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Come on.
Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, but it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
79 Bronco, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 50, trap 50.
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now for now because you can try the long field goal. You could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Fighting his way through contact. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, also surprised when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That's caught by Thornton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
56, 56. Middle.
Throwing, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. We talk about making winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go, check. 60 back there, 6, 70 rings, 7, check, smack, leading. Ready.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On the jump.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
19, left thing, 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10.
50-yard line.
This is first and 10. To throw is Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that.
Woo!